Hey folks, just a little iPhone video because as some of you may know that when I upgraded my laptop to the latest Mac OS 10, whatever it's called, Yosemite, it broke my Final Cut Pro and my camera control software. The Canon has finally gotten on the ball and fixed the camera aspect, but for the Final Cut Pro, my old iMac, I didn't update the OS, so Final Cut was still working on that. Yesterday I did a previous version of this video, dumped my stuff onto the computer, erased it off my camera, and then the computer subsequently, almost immediately actually, had a catastrophic failure. So there goes my Final Cut capabilities. I don't know when I'm going to have time or money to fix this. So it may be iPod videos, iPhone videos for a while. Part of the reason this really sucks is because I had a whole lot of footage that I had sitting there waiting for the Christmas holidays so I could put a VR together for Black Owl Outdoors, and I don't think it's going to happen, which disappoints me greatly. But anyways, I mean, it is what it is, right? Computer failed, no time or money, but I've still got an iPhone and I can upload stuff directly. So yeah, the videos will be a little rudimentary, but at least I have the time right now to shoot a video. I'm doing some cleanup. We had a holiday bash last night. And so while the missus is off at work, I'm just sort of cleaning up after all that. So I have a few minutes to reshoot my video. The point of which is to say Happy Christmas, or Happy Holidays, or Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whichever way you roll. Have a happy sacred or secular holiday season. Today's the 23rd of December. Like, I don't want to do a 2014 retrospective or anything. I find that, like, my Facebook feed is filling up with people doing that. It's like everyone's having their own private Oscars moment, to go retrospective of the year. I find stuff like that just a little pretentious, So I'm not going to do that. I will say that 2014 was a year where I made a lot of promises that I couldn't keep. I told you guys on my 200th subscriber video that I was doing a look and feel update for my channel, for my show. And it's unfinished. We're at the end of the year and it's totally unfinished just because I ran out of time. All this new house and everything, I just couldn't get it done. There's a half-done logo sitting there. Oh, on the computer that's failed. Okay. Fortunately, half-done logo rather than a complete package of new look and feel. I didn't get out in the forest as often as I said I wanted to. There's just a bunch of things. So I don't do the New Year's resolution thing anyway. I kind of don't feel that New Year's is a legit holiday, but there are a few things that I would like to do going into 2015. When I was coming up to this holiday period, I had a lot of really grandiose plans for 2015. Like, there was a lot of equipment I wanted to buy and get out into the forest with. There was a lot of, I was going to get out into the forest every few weekends and stuff, but 2014 kicked me in the ass a bit on that, so I'm gonna bring it down. Look, there are a couple of things I would like to get. I want to get the Hennessy Expedition asymmetrical hammock, because I got to try a friend's Hennessy's, and it looks like the solution that I want, because I want to try hammock camping this year. But I don't know. If I don't get it, I'll do it for 2016. I'm not going to stress any of this. I would love to have a jack lore, but I don't need a jack lore. You know, the classic with, you know, olive wood scales, white liners, mosaic pins, tapered tang, and a fire steel. I don't need that. I would love it, but I don't need it. And it would take me a couple of years to save up for it anyway. You know, what I would have loved to have done is to add Canon's 70D to my my filming equipment, because then I can just turn the camera towards me, flip out the screen, tap my face, and you know, I know that I'm in frame and that I'm in focus. If you guys remember, there was a VR I did for might have been Survive and Thrive. I don't remember. It was one of, like, I did 3 VRs in quick succession, and one of them I was like chopped off here. That's because the sun was too bright for the laptop, so I was sort of guessing at my framing. And that video sort of said, yeah, I'd like to be able to flip out the screen and tap. But you know, 70 days, it's $1,000 here in Canada. Probably not going to happen this year. Especially because I don't want to sell my 7D to replace it with that, because the 7D is fabulous at, you know, lousy weather, whereas the 780 apparently is not. You know, and I spend a lot of time out in lousy weather, so I don't want to give up the capabilities of the 7D when I'm filming something else. When I'm filming myself, I'd like to have that little screen. But yeah, I'm getting more realistic. I think what I'm going to do is maybe concentrate more on skills development. I want to learn to do like the bow drill or the hand drill. I have some mullen drawing out in the garage. I don't see that as an actual survivor level technique. I just want to learn it because I'm interested, you know, just sort of for a lark. I'd like to find a course on foraging, you know, finding edibles out in the forest, because I don't know anything about that. I'm not going to go near fungi, even with a course, because I think you need a lot of study for that. But, you know, like, I know you can make tea and stuff. I know you know what you can use, you know, the spruce or pines for and stuff. But that's pretty much where my knowledge ends. So I would like, if possible, to improve in that aspect. As said before, I'd like to get out in the forest more, and it took me a long time dealing with various government departments, but I have a listing of Crown land that's available to go on. So now I just have to go through it, see what's near Montreal, like within a couple of hours of Montreal that I can get to. I'd kind of like to meet at least one other Quebec-based YouTuber. The problem is Quebec is huge, right? You guys in Europe have countries smaller than this province. In fact, you can stick a couple of your countries together and still not, you know, reach the size of Quebec. So I don't know how many of the other local guys are actually near me, you know, within a couple of hours drive versus like a 4 or 5 hour drive. If someone's out in the Gas Bay, it's an 8-hour drive, you know. May as well go down into the Adirondacks, you know, see a couple of guys down there. Don't have to drive as far. So I don't know, you know, I'm not going to stress 2015 very much, because 2014 was stressful on so many levels that I don't want to add to it for the sake of something that is supposed to be fun and a release, which is what the bushcraft and the YouTubing is for me. You know, it's a way of not going crazy. It's a way of, you know, getting excited about camera stuff and about being in the forest. I think I may try to get Camille to come out on a hike or two this year. She's 3.5 now, and she's a completely different person than she was at 3. You know, she's a lot more active and a lot more sort of non-toddlery. Like, she's become a little girl, and she's big, man. She's the biggest kid in her daycare class. And she likes being outdoors. She likes, you know, exploring trees and grass and stuff. So I'd like to see if I can't can, you know, take her out. You know, maybe the missus will come too, make a family day of it. That would be nice. But yeah, I guess I generally feel like I'm sliding into 2015 sideways, leaving a trail of smoke and body parts behind me. So I'm hoping that hoping that the year ahead is going to be a little calmer on certain fronts. And for you guys too, I hope that you've got a great 2015. You know, I hope that it's more successes than whatever the English term is for the is a shit. More successes than failures. And that's about it. Yeah. Happy holidays, whichever holiday you like. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.